So let's talk about resilience for a minute, because it's a word that keeps coming up, surfacing again and again in conversations, in sessions, even in the media. And whenever I hear that word, there's a sense that somehow everyone is on the same page. Everyone have the same kind of clarity around what resilience is, what it isn't, what kind of steps are needed, or what kind of actions we need to take in order to become more resilient. And at least from my perspective, having spoken to a good amount of people over the past few weeks, that's just not the case. And if anything is true, is quite the opposite, meaning there is confusion around what resilience is, what it isn't. There's confusion around what kind of steps are needed. And there's also quite a lot of different misconceptions, as I've learned. For example, some people said to me that resilience is all about toughing it out, that it's all about powering through times of stress and challenge, and that's not what resilience is. Other people have said that resilience is about being stoic. It's about going at it alone, and that's also not what resilience is about. And there were even more people that thought that resilience is a personality trait. You either have it or you don't. They thought that resilience is a futile exercise in positive thinking. And I can go on, but none of these things is true. None of this is true. What is true is that resilience is more like a mental muscle that you, me, everyone, we can all learn how to properly access and activate. It's a skill, it's an innate capacity that truly allows us to grow because of circumstances and through them, right? And that's important, even when times are rough. And apparently, if we do this right, if we indeed take the time to cultivate resilience, cultivate this skill, we'll be able to more elegantly, I should say, dance with the twists and turns of life, right? We'll be able to bounce back more successfully. We'll be able to ultimately thrive during difficult times. And that's what we want. Now, in nature, and you may already know that, but in nature, for example, the reason why tall, big trees are really, really strong and resilient is the wind. And the fact that the wind pushes and pulls on these trees year after year after year, forcing them to become, on the one hand, strong, but on the other hand, flexible, which are two qualities that beautifully describe what resilience in its essence is all about: strength and flexibility, even during difficult times. And my point is that we all can benefit from doing this kind of work. It's important kind of work that we can give our attention to, because let's face it, just getting by might have been a working strategy in the past, but it's just not good enough anymore. And there are different ways to cultivate resilience, be it working on your mindset, be it finding meaning and purpose, be it engaging our inner resources, right? Becoming self-sufficient. There are various ways to do that. But first and foremost, we have to acknowledge the value, the meaning, and how important resilience is to the quality of our life, to being successful. So if you're sick and tired of just getting by, if you want more, if you want to become more successful, more resilient, if you want to thrive, then it is possible and it is doable. But you need to take some actions. Let's start with a simple one. Send me a message, an email. Let's set up a time for us to talk, to put together an action plan that will help you become more resilient, cultivate this kind of mindset we call resilience, and get your life on track, right? Become successful and thrive during difficult and challenging times like we're living through this moment, right? I look forward to speaking with you and supporting you. Take care.